choice here.
Well,
But they go for standard Matrix.
It's a safer pick,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, way more flexible compared to a Bruno that really needs to get that snowball going. Although it would be great to see RRQ Akira on Bruno, maybe with a Neymar skin.
Oh, the first wave is going to be in the favor of RRQ Akira.
Welcome to the land of Dawn. Battle for match point here. The Valley and RRQ Akira. The Valley and RRQ both opting to go for orange buff first.
Mirror matchup for now in terms of the rotations. I think it's still A-okay. Mobazane going for the Karina tank as usual. But I'm interested to find out more about the EXP matchup.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, Thamus versus the Lapu. Takashi is going to have a bit of a harder time early on, but once he gets that Bravest Fighter, I think he should be doing okay.
The fried chicken's something that could just like 1v3 everybody, right? So RRQ Brazil, if they really want to make sure that the Takashi has a winning lane, they need to commit way loads of resources at the bottom lane, especially where that's also where the first turtle was spawned.
Yeah, that's the thing. Fried chicken, surely if you go for if you snowball correctly, even with this vengeance, you can really like 1v3, 1v4 the composition of RRQ Akira. But then you're gonna be asking the question, what's really the Valley's plan in here? Do they want to just pave the way for Basic to be farmed in the latter portions, or do they activate this Claude together with the power spike of both the Karina as well as the Thams, right? Because if you're looking at RRQ Brazil, it is really one-dimensional. If you think about it, it's pretty standard. It's a template. What they need to do is just a team fight with the Valentina and the Fredrin and pave the way for the damage output to come from the Matrix.
On top of that, use the dive to get onto Hoon and Basic, right? If they are able to do that, getting those damage dealers out of the way, the Valley have drafted themselves a 3 frontline composition. Once again, RRQ Akira technically doing the same thing here. Mobazane getting a very cheeky steal over to the gold buff. But in terms of the mid-control, it does seem like RRQ Akira will have more say there. Even rotate the Valentina down in the XP lane.
Yep, it's going to be Fried Chicken. I think that's already ultimate activated as well. Second and Fried Chicken duking it out. At the same time, the Turtle is already a little bit half HP. More than quarter, actually. King is already there. Safe, secure by the Turtle. First Turtle going in. It's going to be Luminum Blast. Denied by Lewis with the wild charge.
Oof. Early on. This time, RRQ Akira take the objective, but there are no kills traded back for the Valley.
Again, another choice from the RRQ Brazil squad. We call it a Brazilian rotation, where you go for the you port your mid laner to the XP lane so that he gets level 4, and also the roamer is left with a full minion wave in the middle before the turtle starts. What happens is you have 4 ultimates available, and you have a lot of zone out. You have a lot of dudes just frontlining.
A lot of dudes.
For RRQ Brazil.
Oh, that's a lot of damage coming out because Lugusta Shmuel Shark forced to use the flicker and the shield just to get out alive. That's a lot of damage already in the early game for the side of Lugusta.
Gusta is an absolute monster. Remember his stats, right? Number 1 in hero damage, turret damage per minute. I mean, and per game. So right now on the Beatrix, he is very comfortable. This is the hero that likes to clear waves and siege. Usually you see a lot of the Brody as well, but now on the Beatrix with a lot of resources being placed in the gold lane, you can already see, oh, that's a cut, that's a cut. Look at the gold lane. Ooh, close.
Almost. Very close. But RRQ Akira, this is the job that favors the Beatrix, right? You do have 3 frontliners in the mid, and standing in front of the Beatrix, basically allowing Lugusta to free hit. Seigon, on the other hand, could take Super Shark's Luminum Blast as well to set it up for RRQ Akira. So many things that RRQ Akira could do.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you have a ton of crowd control coming out from RRQ Brazil. You also have a lot of dive. Then again, for the Valley, all they have to do now is make sure that this Claude from Basic will have a better time than his Harith in the latter portions of the game. Well, we do know that the natural scaling of the Claude is much better, and because of the fact that there's a lot of like tanks in the side of RRQ Brazil, this Demon Hunter sword pickup coming up from Basic's Claude is going to be valuable in the latter portions of the game.
Very.
I think valuable is like an understatement, right, Mirko?
Yeah. Early on again, right? You can see it. This is what the Grok brings to the table. Let's see.
Rapid Warrior going in. Mobazane takes away the turtle. It is going to be Luminum Blast changing. It is going to be RRQ Akira stuck in a very hard place. But they managed to turn it around. Not enough damage from the side of Hoon to clear it.
It's the opposite that's happening here. RRQ Akira, they're trading kills for the turtle. They're saying, the Valley, if you want it, if you want to use that many resources, if you want to lose all your HP, just getting close to the turtle to steal it, go ahead. We'll take the kills and we'll take the turret gold. And maybe they might even actually be able to take that turret. Not just yet though. 5-minute item check, Wolf.
Yeah, okay, so we can see the Claw of Destiny already up and available for the Valentina. We rarely see very quick pickup on the Claw of Destiny for Valentina, but because of how he was able to get a double kill, level advantage as well as gold advantage over the Eve, which means that if ever he is able to steal that Eve ultimate, that's gonna pack up a punch.
Oh, look at this. The Valley ties with Onyx Esports at number 1 in the highest KDA with 6.9. So, again, very impressive for a team in the lower brackets with a lot more pressure on them, right?
Super nice.
Pretty interesting, though. But over the course of these 2 games, I think that is going to rise up. Or, I mean, KD is going to go fall down. Superstar caught.
Oh, Superstar get caught out. So many CC. RRQ Brazil giving a CC festival.
It's complete 180, dude. RRQ Akira are doing what the Valley did to RRQ Akira in the first 2 games. They're the ones finding the proactivity on the map. And again, King and Mobazane, every time they're on tanks, they just like to beat each other up. Basic though.
Oh, a lot of Nibiru's passion going in. Hoon going, trying to clean it up. The sniper ran a shot. Will be able to just melt down Hoon's shields for now.
The fact that they cleared up top lane, the defense coming out from the Valley, even when it's very expensive with the ultimate usages, I think it's worth for the American squad because now they will have more time for Basic to farm and they keep their turret up top. More ways to control the map or at least equalize the control of the map between them and their opponents.
The American squad. Which American squad?
That's true.
The Salvas on the north, but Luis coming in with the wall charge as well. Mobazane trying to make some damage towards Luis. It is going to be Basic and Hun focusing on the Lord turret instead. Luis and Matas will not be able to land. Luis will need to run for the hills, but nowhere to run at all. Basic, the ultimates from the Valley, kills 2.
Oof. And it's also a turret take, right?
Yep.
They are absolutely amazing at translating. King.
Wow, wow, wow,
1v1.
wow. That's a lot of damage coming out of Fried Chicken. This is why you ban the damage from Fried Chicken.
Whoa! Superstar still going as well. Zoning Gusta with other members to
This-
come into siege.
This aggression coming out from the Valley is just unprecedented. All of a sudden you thought, the Valley's a hamster and suddenly they became, I don't know, a tiger,
monster.
a monster?
Yeah, Fried Chicken just played that so well. He timed the usage of the Vengeance, knowing that at a certain point for King as the Fredrin to be able to sustain, you need to hit your opponents, right? So it's the complete counter now for Fried Chicken, knowing that he probably has like Corrosion Siphon now, so that he can be able to pin down this Fredrin, being in front of the Fredrin all the time. He managed to take him down. And up top, you saw Super Shark utilizing the Numinum Blast for zoning out the members of RRQ Brazil. Yes, wasn't able to hit it, but he made a big zone out, box out, against the side of RRQ Akira.
Yeah, if you don't land the ultimate, it's just called a zoning ultimate, right? But that is a very
Corrosion
good zone coming out from Super Shark.
There you go, Corrosion Sight for the Tams together with the dominant size means that Fredrin is no longer a problem for the Valley.
He also built Radiant Armor first, right? So up against a lot of the physical damage that's coming in from the Valley, he's going to be relatively squishy, actually. Basic can melt him down like it's nothing, and King will really need to finish up on those physical defense items before he can really act as the frontliner. And currently, it's a bit confusing, right? Because RRQ Akira, with their composition, it feels like they have a lot of frontliners, but most of their frontliners are easily melted down by the Valley members.
Takashi still backs up a punch, does have the Bloodlust Axe, and now Dalmais. They can now team fight.
Yep, the slow going in, the taunt happened by the King as well, and Nibiru passion just to go away. Mobazane just landing a lot of damage against Luis Wanyu, but the Valley, the sieging up mid lane, they want to crack open the mid. I think that's a big commodity as compared to the Lord.
Uh-oh, we'll see it here. Mobazane actually is be pinned down, but Basic is there to help him get out of that situation. Here though, honestly, 1,000 gold lead. I think the Valley are doing a great job at actually just playing around with the waves.
Yeah.
Lord Dance here, forcing RRQ Akira out of their own territory to really contest for the Lord, and it's already very low.
It's a little bit low right now, 1/4 HP. I don't think RRQ Brazil will be able to do anything for now. The Aluminum Blast going in swing time. Look at the back line. It's going to be facing BMI all the way out. Nova Say healing for his old team. And they're there. Facing coming in with a blazing duet at the same time. Takashi absorbing all the damage, but that is not enough on the aggression of the Valley.
4-0 trade for the Valley. Gusta Lagusta there with a flicker towards the real world inflation instead of away from it. I don't know if that was a mistap perhaps, but that's not what you want to see now from RRQ Akira. The Valley with White Chicken absolutely melting down the frontliners from RRQ Akira. They're doing everything they can to really just shut down RRQ.
Yeah. Psycho going in again. Real one manipulation. Sagan, there's nowhere for you to run. Super short. The Roma will take you down.
Oh, Hood is so deadly with Eve. You can see the timing that he's using his ultimate during the teamfight that happened where they found 4-0. And even in the middle, he knows that there's no way for Saigon to get out because the flicker's already burned in the previous clash that they had when Saigon missed the Stone and Aluminum Blast, and now the Valley will have so much control of the game. 6.9k.
Goodness, Lewis missing that wild charge. Zane absorbing so much damage. It's just crazy. He's just stalling on this Karina tank.
He just walks out of there, man. Basic 2, he's feeling it. You can see the recalls, the style right in front has the BMI to go back to.
Disrespect, man.
And now it's time to take a look at the items again. That really hasn't changed much since we last saw it for RRQ Akira.
The choice coming out from King to prioritize the Radiant Armor. You'll understand why he went for it. He knows that he's going to be battling against both the Eve as well as the Karina, but he didn't respect the fact that the Thams can run him down essentially with the Corrosion Scythe and the Dominance Ice. Together with the Claw, this Blade Armor will not be able to cut it. Had it been that RRQ Brazil have found the openings in the early stages, with the composition that they have, King will have more items to boot. But at this point, as it stands, there's no sustain from RRQ Akira to frontline against the damage of the Valley.
Once again, real world manipulation. Sagan will not be able to use the ultimate as well. He's taken away. But Gusta Lagusta, the wild charge coming up. Louis buying some time. Takashi stunning members of the Valley. But the member of damage, the amount of damage coming off of the Valley is exponential.
Oh, it's too much to handle. They're not even getting the frontliners low here. White Chicken was just, what, oh my god, he didn't even lose a lot of HP there. He was chunked by a bit from the Bennett's Rage, and that's when you know you have a problem. Zane can walk up to anyone and say, hey, I'll take your orange buff. That's a red V though from King to secure it. But it's still the Valley who's just showing how dominant they are here in the enemy jungle.
Yeah.
Look at him.
I was expecting more heal, more damage, but the amount of disrespect coming up from the Valley though, wow. Confidence.
He just manned up against 1.6k damage from the render shots from Gusta Lagusta and then just regen it up in just a few seconds. The amount of sustain from the Valley overwhelms RRQ Akira for now. And I'm pretty sure that this Lord Dance is going to be instrumental for both teams. The RRQ Akira needs to take this away, but the Valley's not letting them.
The Valley's definitely not letting them. Fried Chicken already at the back line. Look at the render shot, would not be able to connect. That's one big mega damage, but look at Fried Chicken. He's tanky and he's hungry. And Moba Zane coming in with a kill. Luis will be the first one to go down. Who will pick that up? Sagan nowhere to run as well. Why are you doing with... Oh, that's a good ultimate coming up with Sagan. But Fried Chicken, oh no, there's nowhere to run. Takashi as well. The Valley kidnaps RRQ Akira, and that is a wipeout!
Wipe out in the 13th minute of the game. 9.2k gold lead.
Absolute disrespect coming out from the Valley. The antagonist rampaging all across the lower brackets, and they will gain that lead.
Match point for NA for the Valley.